Hello, Sam here again for week 4 of Silence. Recently, I've been helping and taking part in an Alpha course. Alpha is an 11-week course that creates space online or in person where people of faith and not are invited to come and bring their friends for a conversation about faith, life, and God. So every week we meet to eat together, listen and watch a video on various subjects that explore the basics of the Christian faith and are designed to inspire conversation. And then we meet to talk about what we've heard and share our thoughts and ideas about the week's topics. It's great fun. So I was asked on this course as a silent helper, which some of my pals said was a perfect job for me. Not sure what they meant by that. But yeah, I guess I am a quiet person. The role of a silent helper is basically to listen. Try and make the people visiting the church for the discussion feel comfortable. Coming into a group of people you don't know may be scary and uncomfortable. You may not want to say much at first. And if you're the only one in the room not saying anything, then it can feel very uncomfortable. Maybe one week the group decide to have a time of prayer, and some people aren't comfortable praying out loud. So it is the role of the silent helper to show that it's okay not to say anything and to be silent. Doing this role got me thinking about the values of giving others space to speak, giving people room to share their opinions and be heard.
For when I stop and breathe in your presence, I find that you are the answer. You're all I need. And even when I don't understand, I know I am safe in your hands. Just breathe. Just breathe.
As I mentioned before, the motivation of the conversation part of Alpha is to give those in the group the opportunity to express their opinions and work through any questions they might have. The leaders and helpers' role is to simply guide conversation, not to provide all the answers, but give people the opportunity to talk, reflect, and decide for themselves the answers without pressure. Upon conversation with other leaders and helpers at Alpha, we felt that often we underestimate the amount of time it can take for people to process answers, feelings, and ideas and how they relate to our lives. At the start of the course, there was a slight anxiety for the leaders, as the resources don't really offer that many questions to discuss. And what if there's an awkward silence? But we found this is okay. Even though, yes, there are some silences in the conversation, it's not awkward. People are quite happy to sit and ponder. The atmosphere is chilled, relaxed, as people think about what we have discussed, and can be quite happy to sit in quiet together, waiting, and feel comfortable to share in their own time when they're ready. In week 3, I told you briefly about some of my anxieties about being naturally a more quiet person. I mean, I'm okay with this. I'm quite confident in the person God made me to be, and that He did it for a reason, but still, anxiety always has chance to creep in. In conversations, I love just sitting and listening. I might be part of a large conversation, people are sharing, and it's great to hear their opinions and what they've got to say. But on the odd occasion, I may want to add something to the conversation, or maybe disagree with somebody. I want to say something, but can't get it out. This is when my anxiety kicks in. That voice in my head. Everyone's always talking, there's no room for me to speak, and they're not going to listen to me, even if I can get it into the conversation. Or even, when I speak, my words won't be eloquent enough to portray what I have to say. Or it's possible I've also been guilty of the opposite, constantly jabbering on about something, like the best region or type of roast of a single origin coffee with their specific flavourings, and how anybody who drinks instant coffee or thinks that a cafetiere is the best way to brew coffee needs to repent for their crimes against coffee, and their opinion is simply just wrong. And not letting anyone else talk in the conversation, or valuing anyone else's opinion or experiences in the way that I speak. Are we undervaluing the art of listening and harming our relationship with others by our inability to listen and empathise with others? See the value in others' opinions, and grow in strength personally and as a community through shared experiences. I read an article recently called Silence Speaks Volumes. It said, silence can be a very powerful way to be with another person, especially when they are troubled. It can communicate acceptance of the other person as they are. This kind of silence means being willing to give the other person your full attention. Let the other person know you really hear them. So as we spend time in silence this week, as we keep sharing what's on our hearts, sharing our desires, may we also grow and learn from listening to others and be aware of giving others space to speak. Let's keep spending time with the Lord in the quiet, listening to what He has to say to us today.